Hello Retro Simmers, welcome to West Anime Sims. My name is Calvin and how are you doing? We are back with another speed build. This one is actually recorded off from my previous live stream. So what I did try to do is to build a budget quarters or a very cheap apartments for your Sims. Now if you like this video and happen to stumble upon this channel, please give me a like and subscribe to West Anime Sims for more updates on Retro Sims content. We are still on the road to reach 2,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to West Anime Sims. If you have, it means a lot for me to know that people are still liking The Sims 2, especially as well as other older Sims games, Sims 1 and as well as The Sims 3. We will continue to upload more materials from these games in this channel. Now back to this speed build. Okay, this build I really aim to try to build the cheapest apartments and the smallest apartment you can get. So the cheapest, the rent of apartment in The Sims 2 is, if you guys know, it is actually based off the size of the lot as well as the basic furnishings you have on the lot. So basically I have a really small lot. I first have a prototype which is only 18 units large, including the bathroom, only 4 units, so it's just 14 of the main unit, as with a bathroom attached to it which is only 4 lots wide. So yeah, it's only 18 units wide, and it is only, in my final count for the rent, is actually 330 to 399 simoleons per week. So it is definitely very affordable for Sims, only for one Sim. So only a single Sim can live here, and it's fully equipped with a kitchen, stove, a sink, and shower and toilet. So before I even started to have this build, I actually purposely leave a space for a fixer-upper car in the front to give a little bit more of a rundown look. And yeah, this lot is definitely not shying away from being very dilapidated, very rundown, really grunge, and it is really telling, as well as the floor tiles I use, and as well as the wall texture, which is all bare painted, and it's already, also the paint is already worn down, and the tiles are really moldy. So it is, I'm really thankful for the Sims 2 University for this rundown textures by default. They have a lot of worn out furniture as well, so I used a worn out furniture for the common area. So naturally the Sims can't build any skill inside their own unit, so they really need to use the common areas to gain skills like cooking, mechanical cleaning for in the bookshelf. Well, you can actually cook in your own unit, so but that doesn't amount to much if you want to gain cooking skill. So as well as logic for outside at the upstairs balcony, I actually put in a chess table on top, as well as creativity skill. I actually put like a music studio with a guitar and piano there, as well as a little easel for Sims to paint. So yeah, the only difference for each lot is just the colors and the bed sheet color. That's pretty much the extension of the difference between these lots, and the shape of the lots are pretty irregular, but it still maintained the only 18 square units wide. And the more angular the layout of the house unit is, the more harder it is to put the essential items. And yep, this lot is actually doing it from the inside out. The layout of the interior is much more at the focus. So I don't really bother how does it look like from the outside. So I just let it be for the outside structures. So if it bumps out, it bumps out. It doesn't, it doesn't. So the exterior is really irregular as well. So it gives a little bit more of a haphazardly built kind of a building. This building is kind of inspired by the Kowloon Wall City, which is a really unregulated housing area, which is practically a city, but very densely populated. But it is very unregulated, very unorganized. So, but eventually it's been torn down in the 90s, I think, in Hong Kong. So there is a build that is inspired by that kind of a building in Mod The Sims. If I'm able to find that download, I will link down in the description below. That is also a part of an inspiration for this lot, and it is pretty inspiring in a weird way, because it is kind of squeezing all the essential items in a really small unit, and it is also having a lot of little nooks and crannies to build in this building, like bridges and narrow walkways along different units, and it's really interesting. I really admire the creativity it goes through, but it does look a little bit proper and clean compared to mine. Mine is going for a little bit more grunge look. That one is a little bit more simple. It uses a lot of pastel colors, which is kind of interesting. I think it doesn't aim to be that, to depict that Kowloon Wall City, but it is an inspiration behind it. So after pretty much one or two stories, I actually going to focus some of the exteriors as well. I put some little bit of a playground equipment at the back, and on the second floor actually I have a little gym and a pool table act as a lounge area. I also put in some vending machines for Sims to snack. And on the third floor, we have another 3 more units on top. Eventually, I kind of not bother about changing the color schemes, but that will change when I'm off camera. So I actually added way more decor after that, after I log off from the live stream, because it went on for like 2 hours and I still only managed to finish the basics. I didn't get to decorate much in the end, but thank you guys. If you guys happen to watch that live stream, thank you so much for joining my streams. The last time I tried building live stream is the $1 Million Mansion, which is kind of crazy, because, and as well as the Dark Academia School, the $1 Million Mansion actually took me 2 streams to finish, and it's still not even finished. And then I have to complete it offline in the end and string it into a speed build. And this time around, I think I went to the opposite direction. Instead of going for the most expensive, I'm going for the most cheapest stuff. And it's pretty interesting that Sims 2 can actually go to both extremes, like the most poorest or low income, the poorest of the poor, kind of a rundown kind of a building, as well as the most posh, most expensive, most extra kind of a build. And also you might notice there are some structural changes along the way, and even I have some changes at the end of the speed build as well as after the speed build, especially at the front. I did push back a little bit to the 1 unit back because I don't think I need a large hallway in the entrance. Doesn't have, I don't think I put anything in there except for the garbage disposal or a garbage chute going down, and that's pretty much it. And so a radiator as well is along the hallways, give a little bit more of a industrial look to this build. And also I added a lot more pipes in the end. And on the rooftop, actually, I added more items on the rooftop and staircase leading up to the roof through the music studio. Up on the rooftop, I actually put in a basketball hoop, a telescope, and also a DJ booth. So it is pretty much a rooftop party if you really want to have it. Any social gatherings, that would be a good place to have at the top. As for landscaping, it doesn't take much for putting a lot of plants because this lot is rather small, and then I kind of limit what kind of plants I can have. So just fenced up trees as well as some bushes, as well as some dead trees at the back, in front and the back, as well as one bay tree to give some shade. And I pile in some garbage pile, which is actually a bonfire, but without lighting it, it looks like a pile of garbage at the back, so give it a more dirty look. I could have done a little bit more better by putting some of those dirty clothes from The Sims 2 teen style stuff pack. But anyways, I'm not going to go so far. It's, it's already been quite a lot of things going on already, as well as spray paint, terrain paint it to be a bit more bare. So I usually see a lot of simmers love to make default replacements for the grass and the color of the color of the sidewalks, which I don't think that's pretty much necessary because I like the grass as it is in by default, and usually I will paint it, spray paint, terrain paint it for a lot more texture to make it more realistic, especially under the plants and beside under objects. I need to put in a bit more brown soil or dirt underneath to make it look more natural. Okay, that's pretty much what I want to share about this budget quarters apartment. What do you guys think? Please leave me a comment and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to West Anime Sims for more updates on retro Sims content. The link to download this build will be down in the description below, as well as my Instagram and Tumblr page. Please do give these channels a follow, as well as don't forget you can also become a member of the Retro Simmers Club by as little over $1 a month, and you can get early access to my videos, as well as some members only posts, as well as some shoutouts and a little icon in your beside your name. That's pretty much the little bit of the perks I can give you all. Hope you guys liked it, and anyways, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.